Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we're taking a quick break from Trader Joe's and I'm taking you along with me to Knott's Berry Farm because recently I got season passes and a drink pass. So I wanted to bring you along and share with you all the food options that you can find on the season dining pass, and keep in mind that you get 2 meals a day that are spaced 4 hours apart. I learned that Knott's Berry Farm is one of the oldest amusement parks. I grew up going to Hershey Park and Great Adventure on the East Coast. So it seems like there's 2 sections to the park. There's like a kiddie section and then another section where it's for older kids and I guess adults. So I haven't explored much except for the food places. So the first one being Casa California. I think this is in Fiesta Village. This totally reminds me of Chipotle. It has the same Chipotle setup where you can select whether you want it to be a bowl or a burrito, and then they have all the meats. They also have a vegetarian option as also. I think it's the chorizo. For the meats, there's barbacoa, carne asada, which actually is $2 more on the dining plan, the season dining plan. And here are all the toppings: corn, cheese, pico de gallo, shredded lettuce, sour cream. And here are some of the desserts that you can get right before checkout. And sometimes on certain days I'll see different desserts offered, like an Oreo churro or a different type of cookie or cupcake. And today I opted for a bowl. And the salsa is surprisingly really good. I think they make it fresh because it doesn't seem like something they just took out of a container. And I got the Knott's Berry Punch Farm. And I got black beans. I always prefer black beans over pinto. And I tried carnitas. And then on another day I for dinner picked up a burrito and just brought it home. It has rice, corn, the fajita veggies, which are spicy, by the way. So if you have kids, you might want to leave that one out. Next up is the Grizzly Creek Lodge. And this one offers pretty much just your basic like cheeseburgers, fries, chicken tenders, and then they have like a little condiment bar section where you can get pickles, ketchup, barbecue sauce, ranch, onion, tomatoes if you're building a hamburger. The chicken tenders were surprisingly really good. I had low expectations. I thought they were going to be overly salty because I'm sure they came frozen and they just like flash fried in the deep fryer. But yeah, they were a little on the dry side, but I actually prefer that because I don't like it when it's like all greasy. And yeah, surprisingly good. And the shoestring fries, they were okay. I've tried them a few times now and they're never like hot and crispy. Then we headed over to Soak City because our season passes include entrance to Soak City, and here is what they have. Some sushi options, fish and chips, cheeseburgers, fried chicken sandwiches, and salmon burgers, which I didn't see, but there was a sign for it. Some salad, sandwiches, more sandwiches, chicken taco wrap, and a roast beef roll. So we got onion rings, which were the best thing on this plate because they were crispy. The fries, they were room temperature and just soft. And the chicken tenders were salty. They were way different than the ones that are offered at Knott's Berry Farm, which I thought was unusual. And I've had it already like a couple times now, so there is a difference. I prefer the chicken tenders at Knott's Berry than at Soak City, and also got a drink because we got the seasonal drink pass. The cheeseburgers and onion rings are better at Soak City instead of the crinkle cut fries and chicken tenders, so I would opt for those instead, but at Knott's Berry, remember that chicken tenders are better. Now heading back to Knott's Berry, we went to Calico Tater Bites, And this is also on the season dining pass, and you have 3 menu items to choose from. This one included barbecue pulled pork, cheese, some jalapeno crisps, and the portion is a little on the small side, but for one person it's actually pretty filling. The tater tots are buried under all the toppings. Speaking of which, the tater tots are absolutely fantastic. Probably the best tater tots I've tried. I'm super picky about tater tots and I usually don't enjoy them, so I usually will pass. Like, I'm not into tater tot casserole. Never was into it as a kid, but these were so good. And this is at Boardwalk BBQ, probably one of the better places you can use your season dining pass, along with Casa California. They have roasted chicken, pulled pork, tri-tip, barbecue wings, and then for sides you can get potato wedges or corn or like a medley of vegetables. Or you can get 3 different types of mac and cheese. There's broccoli, cheddar mac and cheese, 3 cheese mac and cheese, and the jalapeno mac and cheese. And if you opt to get the barbecue platter, you can get a side of cornbread, which was really soft, almost to the point where it was like falling apart, but it was really good. And then for desserts, there's pineapple upside down cake, banana pudding, boysenberry pie. There's also salads to choose from if you want a healthier option, which I did not get, and I got tri-tip, 3 cheese mac and cheese, and a side of cornbread. And as you can see, the portions are really generous here compared to the other places on the season dining pass. And then over at Fiesta Village, I think like near either the entrance or the end of it, there is a little shop where there's bracelets and trinkets, and $6 a bracelet. I think that's a pretty good deal, especially compared to the food prices at Knott's. A churro is like $7 or $8. So I think Knott's is actually more expensive than Disney, and Disney's portion sizes are also bigger. So in that sense, it's almost better to get the season dining pass. It's just a better deal overall, especially if you're going to go there a lot. And here is a store with a lot of Snoopy items, Snoopy hats, Snoopy stuffed animals, and some games, and a lot more candy and chocolate. I always enjoy going into these like little gift shops and taking a look. I rarely get anything because everything's just so overpriced. But let me know in the comments, are you the type to buy stuff when you're at amusement parks and get souvenirs? Or are you frugal like me and just window shop and want to buy everything? Here's more candy, camo beans I've never heard of. All American, that was probably for 4th of July. Scotty dogs, also I've never heard of or tried. And there's Dr. Pepper, Snapple, Soda Pop, birthday cake flavor, tropical mix, that I have tried, and lemon meringue pie. And more fruit gummy candies to choose from. Gosh, they have like so many different varieties. It's always fun to look at. Strawberry apple belts, cherry belts, pink lemonade belts, sour strawberry, sour blue raspberry, pink lemonade, sour watermelon, sour strawberry rings, pineapple rings. And here is a fun ride. This reminds me of one of my favorite rides I used to go on when I was a little girl. It was called Tilt-A-Whirl, and it was on the East Coast. I'm not sure if they have it here in California, but that was a fun one. And back in the front of Knott's Berry, this is by the entrance before you go in, there's a gift shop, and it has boysenberry everything. Boysenberry jam, jelly. This boysenberry red currant jam seems to be a new item. They have boysenberry white chocolate chip jumbo cookie. That actually looks kind of good, even though I'm not a big fan of white chocolate. And there's seedless boysenberry jam. And a little further down from this gift shop, there's a bakery with fun cakes to buy and tons of dessert. Here's the boysenberry tart for $5, cupcakes for $6. This looks like some type of meringue pie. They have vegan options, $7. Chocolate vegan cupcake for $6. And more cupcakes. Gosh, everything looks so good. Cheesecake, more fruit tarts, strawberry and a mixed fruit tart, some cake slices. So the prices here at the bakery are actually pretty good compared to the food prices at Knott's, like for the meals. So, I mean, look at these prices, $4.75. That's pretty comparable to a regular local bakery. So you might as well splurge here, which I plan to do, but I was so stuffed from eating all the food, which was pretty heavy, that I haven't gotten any sweets yet, but I do plan to. And then here is a lot of different types of fudge to choose from. Are you guys into fudge? I'm not big on fudge, unless it's in ice cream, like fudge swirls. And here are more chocolates. This one took me a second to realize what it was because there was no label, but it was chocolate-covered marshmallows. There's so many different types of chocolates to choose from. This one is mint chocolate bark, and just an assortment of different types of chocolate and truffles. And back at another bakery, this one is inside of Knott's Berry Farm, whereas the other one was like right before the entrance. This one is in Ghost Town and has a lot of the same things, but also more variety. So here are individual cakes, eclairs, more fruit tarts. The fruit tarts look actually better here. And this one's a strawberry crunch cone, $8. Boysenberry cheesecake, cupcakes. So similar items, but also different ones. Carrot cake, the Snoopy cookie, $7. Oh, that one's pretty pricey. Some cake pops and cake popsicles or push-ups and cookies, boysenberry macaroons, boysenberry sugar cookie, double chocolate chip cookie, snickerdoodle, chocolate chip, and chocolate chip muffins. Gosh, all this looks great. This one looks good too. Sticky buns, apple pie cookie. Oh, that's different, $8. And here's a close-up of the strawberry crunch cone for $8, eclair for $4, and chocolate cake. So it has a more rustic bakery vibe. Oh, there's a sugar-free lemon meringue for $4. That's a good deal. Boysenberry waffle. So I noticed on different days they offer different items. Like the boysenberry waffle wasn't there. The macarons, $3.50 each, butter pecan and s'mores. That wasn't offered. So every day I think they switch it up, and according to the seasons or holidays also. Or you can get a whole pie, apple pie for $22, and the cake slices, sometimes they'll cut it differently. So that here is like a cake wedge, whereas like the other day there were cake slices in rectangle shape. And here's an Oreo cake slice and the boysenberry cake. I do want to give this one a try. So that's on my list to try eventually on a future trip. And I forgot to mention that the snacks, desserts, are not included in the season dining pass, so you will have to pay for them separately. So I hope you enjoyed this video and coming along with me at a Knott's. Please let me know in the comments if you want to see a part 2. And I also have a Disney video that I will be posting eventually, so stay tuned for that. But thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new and follow me on Instagram. Until the next video, bye guys.